What up? So this is like my first video for Patreon, guys. I'm kind of excited. I thought that you'd probably be kind of curious to see like how I get set up for the day. So exclusive behind the scenes content for that. There's no one here at the shop. Technically, like, we're by appointment only, so instead of us having like open hours, we're only here when the artist is scheduled to be here. So I'm scheduled alone right now. See, hi, here we go. But just so you guys know, this is like my sanitation methods, everything I try to do to try and like make sure everything stays good and clean. So I'm gonna admit this is kind of on a whim, and I don't have a tripod, so I'm gonna be putting you down and doing a lot of finagling. But yeah. So, ooh, looks like we're out. We're gonna have to grab that. First things first, I use bleach, like germicidal cleaner. All of this stuff is like hospital grade. I'm gonna grab just one of Polly's actually because it's already full. First things first, I always make sure that I sanitize everything. So, as you guys can tell, I actually spray down all the walls. Make sure the chair is really saturated. And if you, I'm sure, well, obviously if you're a Patreon subscriber, you've been in before. So you guys know that I'm always spraying it down right before too. That's always like the last cleaning in between. This one's always the big one at the very beginning of the day. But yeah. We're gonna grab this. It's probably going to become a pretty long video, so I'm probably going to have to edit it, but that's okay. I was going to try and do this like in a one-shot thing, but I don't think it's going to happen. So, fun fact, the red bags are biohazard bags. Not really. There's not really a fact. Well, it is a fact, but I'm pretty sure everyone knows that. Everyone. Oh, okay. You ready to hear my newest dumb joke? So here we go. How does the Mexican cut his pizza? I can say this. I'm Mexican. It's okay. You wanna know? You don't know? All right. With Little Caesars. Oh, I love it. Yeah. Got to be careful about who I say that one to, but it's pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Well, I think what I'll probably do now is a montage of me sweeping, putting bags and things, and doing a quick clean over. So we'll do that. Here we go. And then as I was editing, I forgot to show, like, the sanitation methods. Oh my gosh. So, you're going to see this clip, like, put in the middle, but this is actually future Corey in between past Corey who had already recorded. So, yeah, anyways. It was only a couple minutes. I just, like, sat down, started recording. I was like, oh, I've read the whole thing. So, anyways, yeah. For sanitation, for all of my stuff, everything, I don't know if I can flip it or not. I don't think I can. Anyways, so when it comes to sanitation, everything starts in a barbicide solution. Barbicide is going to be like that blue liquid that you see at like barbershops and stuff that they put their combs and things in. So that is going to kill off big germs like your AIDS virus and all the big bacterias. It's going to take away funguses, things like that. So it goes in there, and basically as soon as I'm done with the clamps, they get bathed in there for like 20-30 minutes minimum. Sometimes they even get longer in there. And then from there, they move to my ultrasonic cleaner. You'll notice the water is blue because I use multi-enzymatic cleaner. It's basically like the super most medical grade dishwashing detergent you'll ever freaking find. But it goes in here. When you guys first came onto the video with me, you probably heard a big buzzing. That's what this is. That's that thing. It's buzzing normally. From there, once it's done, it basically will clean in here for anywhere between 10 and up to 25 minutes, depending on if I'm busy or not. And then that is going to take off big particles. So any chunks of skin, any bits of petroleum jelly or anything like that, this is what's going to take that off. So that takes it and cleans it down to the middle itself. We then take and we place everything into Sani bags. Here's a fun fact. If you go to a piercer and they don't have their tools in a Sani bag just like this, sometimes they're green, but in something like this and it's not cleaned, do not get a piercing from them. That means that they do not have proper sanitization techniques. Because without this bag, you would not be able to put it into an autoclave. I have an autoclave here. Everything is actually running right now, so I can't really open it, but that is what basically cooks all of the equipment, all of the jewelry, and ensures heat sterilization. Now, I take things a step further, and then beyond that, I'm sure you saw this white device that looks like a microwave. That is actually a UV sterilizer. So as soon as they come out of the autoclave, they go into the UV sterilizer. And then they sit there and they UV sterilize while they cool off, and then I use them on all of my clients. So that's how we do the sterilization techniques that's mainly jewelry and for all of my clamps and things like that. Anything that is single use obviously does not get reused. Needles do not get reused either. So those things just get immediately thrown away in the respective bins necessary. Anyways, back to Past Corey. Well, there we go. You saw me sweep, you saw me mop, you saw me do the spray. So I'm going to let everything dry, then we'll give it another wipe down and a spray down and then a wipe down, and then it's done. But kind of just waiting here, hanging out, so we're going to talk for a few minutes. Guys, seriously, if you guys are subscribing to my Patreon, first and foremost, thank you so very much. I'm going to explain kind of why I think this is going to work and why I like this idea versus like changing prices and things like that. And then also, guys, seriously, you fucking rock, actually. That's just pretty much it. You guys are awesome. So with Patreon, I think what is going to be the biggest, coolest thing about it is it's going to allow for anybody who is a repeat client of mine to really reap benefits. You guys know that I am consistently giving out piercings. I'm always trying to do free piercings, and I'm always trying to give free piercings to the community for giveaways and things like that. And I don't plan on stopping the community giveaways in any way. So if you ever need a donation for a piercing for a community event or a fundraiser, you let me know, because I will totally donate. But like the promotional stuff, my scavenger hunts and things like that, they cost me a lot of money to go through. So I feel like at the rates that I'm trying to offer for the Patreon, at the $3, $4, and $5 range, it's really going to offer people that ability to come in. You pay that monthly fee, and it basically enables you to receive discounts guaranteed every time, no matter what. Even if I ever did have to change my prices, and if I did have to go up like another $5, you would then still receive that $5 discount over anyone else. And then if you subscribe to the $5 tier, man, that gets you a free $10 off of a piercing every 3 months, and that is stackable. So after 5 months of having that, you would have a free piercing built up. So, why not do that? It's cool. But yeah, seriously. I really think it's a great idea. I think that it's really going to help, and I think it's going to help supplement the money that otherwise other businesses are trying to make up by raising their prices. I think this is a great way for the community to kind of have fun while doing it, and I can try and supplement some of that increase in cost. It is expensive. Like, when it comes down to it, when I first started 10 years ago in piercing, and the operation cost, so basically for me to set up my tray, it cost me like $8. like all in all, like when you break every individual piece down, it was about an $8 setup fee. Nowadays, my setup fee is almost $23. So that's a big chunk of why we have to charge so much for our piercings. It's a big reason why you'll see other piercers have higher costs as well, but other piercers, especially when they work for other shops, also have to add in a layer of cost for the shop as well as for them so they can still make their money. I'm a little different. I don't have to do that, so I get to wipe that out, and then you don't get fees that are like $80, $90. You know as well as I do that when you walk into Salt Lake or any other large city, they'll tell you, oh, the piercing's going to be $50, $60, and then they're going to also throw in a $40 or $50 jewelry charge fee as well. It's not something that I want to do. It's not something that I want to relay to my customers, so I'm going to try Patreon. So yeah. So if you have friends, if you have anybody that also likes piercings or follows me for any other content, Patreon is going to be a great resource for them to get behind the scenes stuff, to get things that I otherwise wouldn't be posting to TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, things like that. I do plan on doing more than just piercing giveaways on here too. So all of our different products that we have, like I'll show you some of the cool different things. So if you guys don't know about the shop, this is a family run shop. My mom is Holly. She's Holly Hawk. My dad he runs the TOV design side, and he does all of the woodwork and everything. And then Jamie, who is our other tattoo artist, she's basically like my aunt. So it's like a big family run thing. So yeah, so all of this product here is made by somebody here in the shop. We have everything down to rings, necklaces. You can see I'm not going to go through the whole list, but we have a ton of stuff. Like these things are so cool. Look at that. Look at those. That's some of the newest stuff that he's bringing in. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing some giveaways. I'm going to be doing some fun things, and it's only going to be accessible to you, my Patreon subscribers. So I want to thank you guys. If you have any questions or you guys have any ideas of what different content you want to see on here, do not be scared to shoot me a message or let me know your opinions, because seriously, this is going to be the fun stuff. Don't be scared, even if you're like, hey, this is something that's kind of weird. I'm down to hear everything. But yeah, Patreon's going to be fun for us. You're going to be seeing giveaways. I'm going to do giveaways once every 2 weeks, so you'll still have that. You will still see a couple of giveaways throughout the town, but instead of me doing like 5 or 6 piercings, people who do not subscribe will have access to maybe winning 1 piercing. You'll have access to winning 4 or 5. So that's kind of how this whole idea, I hope, will run. I love you guys. Remember, modified piercings, Corey, I'm whatever you want me to be. I'll make it happen. I'm like Ditto in Pokemon. If you don't know who Ditto in Pokemon is, just Google Ditto. You'll figure it out. I'm like, I'll be anything you want me to be. Yeah. Anyways, love you guys. You guys saw me kind of set up. We got to chat. Yeah. Later.